Did you know there's one Marvel scene that almost broke the entire MCU? Not because it was bad, and not because fans hated it, but because Marvel itself was afraid it would change everything, forever. For the first time in superhero history, the villain didn't just survive, he won. And that single decision terrified Marvel Studios. Because once you let the bad guy win, the rules are never the same again. Before Infinity War, Marvel followed one simple rule. Heroes always win. No matter what happened, the universe would be safe, and hope was always guaranteed. Even when things looked their darkest, like when Loki invaded New York or Ultron lifted a city into the sky, the ending was always clear. The good guys would come out on top. Until this scene. When Marvel was planning Infinity War's ending, there were serious internal debates. Executives worried that fans would completely reject it. They feared toy sales would plummet. They were concerned that kids would be confused and upset. The MCU, this massive, interconnected universe they had built for a decade, could feel broken. Letting Thanos win wasn't just a creative choice. It was a massive financial and narrative gamble. And then we got the scene. It's quiet. There's no epic music. No final battle explosion. Just dust. Silence. And our favorite heroes disappearing one by one. Spider-Man clutching onto Tony Stark, saying, "Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good." That moment wasn't written for shock value. It was written to make you feel real fear. For the first time, audiences felt something entirely new in a superhero movie. Not excitement, not relief, but loss. Real, gut-wrenching loss. Marvel didn't just remove a few characters from the board. They removed our sense of safety. People left theaters in stunned silence. Some were angry, believing Marvel had gone too far. This scene almost shattered the trust the audience had built up over 10 years. People started asking, why should I even care if the heroes can just fail like this? Is the MCU going to be this dark from now on? What if they can't fix this? Marvel knew that one misstep here could cause the entire saga to collapse. So why did they keep it? Why risk everything on such a bleak ending? Because this scene did something no other MCU moment had ever done before. It made victory meaningful again. Without the pain of this defeat, the triumph of Endgame would have meant absolutely nothing. It was the darkness that made the eventual light so much brighter. Infinity War's ending completely redefined the superhero genre. It proved that mainstream audiences could handle darkness. It proved that villains could have a meaningful victory, and it proved that Marvel was willing to take huge creative risks. But Marvel also learned a very important lesson. You can't do this too often. Think about it. Since then, Marvel has never allowed a loss this complete or this devastating to happen again. Because doing it once was powerful. Doing it twice would just be exhausting for the audience. That's why this scene remains so unique. It's untouchable, unrepeatable, and a one-of-a-kind moment in cinema history. This wasn't just a shocking ending. It was a warning. A powerful reminder that even superheroes are only truly powerful when the possibility of losing is real. And that, right there, is why Marvel has never dared to cross that line again. Thanks for watching.